I forgot that I was muted. I was talking for a bit, but I said, "Hey, Meat, how's it going?" But I was muted, and then I was like, it took me so long to get Racket mode installed, or I failed to right on stream, and then of course later it was it just installed right away once I was off stream, no problems. Classic Twitch. Day's going pretty well. Yeah, we were supposed to go camping, so I wasn't supposed to be here today. We're supposed to do a trip from today to tomorrow, just like a kind of 24-hour camping thing, but there's a burn ban in effect in the area we're going to go camping in. Just it's too dry, I guess, right now. So camping without a campfire is not so fun. So we decided to delay our camping trip for now, and that means I get to start standard ML today instead of Friday. So, it's a great day. All right, awesome. Is this song almost over? Okay, I just needed this song to be over. It was a little too much in my ears. Okay, sweet. I think we're good. So yeah, if there's anyone new here, or you're watching on YouTube and you didn't catch anything before this, we've been doing the meta tour of languages, and 12 languages in 4 weeks, doing about 3 languages per week. We get around 4 hours on stream in each language. Sometimes we've gotten as much as 6, but for the most part, it's between 4 and 6. And then sometimes I'll do a little bit of work off stream, depending on what didn't work on stream. Just because we only have so much time. So far we finished our first 2 weeks. We did our low-level languages of C, C++, and Zig. We did our Lisps of Scheme, Common Lisp, and Racket. And now we're into the most meta week of them all, which is MLs, not the machine learning kind. We don't care about that kind of stuff here. We're talking about meta languages. And so that's what we're going to start with. Standard ML, then we're going to do Haskell, and then we're going to do OCaml. I will make a note that, like, in general, as chat has educated me on, in general, I've tried to keep these in order of their creation. And while that is technically true on ML, the OCaml is preceded by Caml by quite a bit, which preceded Haskell by quite a bit. So, but technically, OCaml is younger than Haskell. So we're just going to keep it like it is. It will also help me because I know Haskell a little bit. It's been a few years since I've really messed with it, but I used to know Haskell. I'll just put it that way. And so it will be nice for me to have kind of like a refresher on Haskell, and then be able to compare that with, of course, standard ML, which we're doing today, and let's see, it's Wednesday, so Friday, and then OCaml after Haskell. So anyway, all that to say, this is what we're doing, and this week we get to do MLs, which I've been looking forward to. So let's get started. I wanted to start with a quick review of Racket, which is where we ended off. So Racket was the last language we did for Lisp week. I can't remember where we ended on stream, if we finished our web API or not. I can't really remember. That's a great question, Amit. Let's see, what's my favorite language, and which language am I most confident and comfortable in terms of software output? Well, I do Clojure full time, so I would say at this point I'm probably the most confident and comfortable in Clojure. um, I wouldn't consider Clojure my favorite language. I used to say that Haskell was my favorite language, but after not using it for probably close to 4 years, can I really say it's my favorite language? I don't know. It used to be my favorite language. I do tend to enjoy the workflow of having a really good type system, Henley Milner, and so having that strong type, having the functional patterns and the ability to do functional programming. And of course, I also like the way that Haskell deals with side effects, even though, it's of course one of the things that makes it very different than, say, OCaml, which does not require you to kind of define your side effects in the same way that Haskell does, even though it has a lot of the functional programming stuff in there. So, yeah. Till now, which language have I enjoyed the most? Yeah, I would say, you mean like from the tour? It's really hard. I think I can probably pick one from each week. I actually liked Common Lisp the best out of the Lisps, and then C++ is an easy like worst for me. I would probably say Zig at this point, but I didn't hate C. I actually kind of liked C. And if I was using something like Nix in order to do package management with C, then I'd probably like C better, but I don't really know. I think the main reason I would choose Zig at this time is because I don't have to think as hard about package management and dealing with my own, tool chains and everything. You'll forever be a C hater. See, like, I mean, I have 2 days of C, so it's like I don't have a lot to go off of, right? I don't have a CS degree. I was never forced to write C in college, so I just don't have that. The reasons that I like C is even though the syntax can feel a little bit arcane, it also is just a very, very simple language, and I actually prefer a more shallow API for a standard library than something that has like everything you could possibly need, like C++, for instance. Now, I do really like Rust. I should throw that out there. I do really like Rust. I've been doing a lot of Rust this year. And that's an example of not a small standard library. But it is also not the easiest language to learn or, get started in. So, I do like the simplicity of C for sure. Even though I mean, long term, I don't know how much I'd actually enjoy programming C, but I do like the basics of it more than a lot of other languages. So yeah, great questions. Let's see. Racket, right? We were just going to go over Racket real quick and where we ended up. I did finish the web server in Racket. Oh, that's right. I did finish it off stream. I remember now. So let's just look at that real quick. Where we ended up with Racket. So here's my little web server in Racket. It's all using standard library, which is kind of cool, right? It's all modules already included in like your default install of Racket. How it works is we have the servlet that takes a handler. In this case, the handler is actually the dispatcher. I just called it handler. We could have called it anything we wanted. And the servlet path is just root. And this is just to make it work. And there's our port being defined. All pretty basic. Dispatch values is basically our router. also included. It's pretty nice. You can do dynamic path params, like the string arg right here. Okay, 1 second. Hey Emma, what's up? Hello? It didn't work. Stupid phone. Phones are annoying. Alright. Let's try that again. I'm going to try calling her back. Classic muting music instead of my mic. Yeah, I'm really excited to try out standard ML bitmap for sure. Amit, I don't have background in functional programming, but little exposure of Haskell, I liked it. I really like ML syntax. I love simplicity. It's actually one of the reasons I like Lisp. I actually think Lisp syntax is much simpler than all of the C style syntax, and I prefer it in a lot of ways. Okay, so yeah, here's our router for Racket. I was just saying it gives us a path param option, which is really cool. And then here's just an example of defining a post route. And otherwise, we're just sending a not found. The main gotcha that I wanted to point out that I didn't understand. Now, if I would have read the struct documentation better for Racket, I probably figured this. Hey, Anshul. Awesome. Yeah, welcome. So glad you found me through YouTube. That's awesome. Yeah, I know. I was hesitant to upload to YouTube just because you just never know, like, the comments that you're gonna get and stuff. But it's been, but it's actually been really nice. There's only been like one person that was like rude. And it wasn't even that rude. It was just kind of typical engineering bad people skills rude. But yeah, welcome. Stowe 4KE. Thank you for the follow. Stowe Wake, maybe. Appreciate it. Welcome. Yeah, so the one gotcha that I found in Racket, which I probably would have understood if I read the struct documentation, or structure, I think they're technically called, is that right here we have our request structure, and that's what this rec is right here. And the way that you access fields on a struct is literally the struct name, so the name that it's defined as, in this case request, and then dash, and then your struct field name, and then you pass in the struct to it. So that was surprising. And the other reason that this was really hard to figure out, how did I finally figure this out? Obviously I could have read the documentation, but how I actually found this out is by trying to find a freaking web server example of Racket that actually used the request struct. And you wouldn't believe, there are probably 5 or 6 resources that I went, 5 or 6 different places that I went, and obviously not a lot, it's Racket, like, come on guys, but still, went to like 5 or 6 different places looking for examples where they actually just even used any field on the request, and all of the examples were like, for instance, like the hello name I have here, or the hello, which is like literally just not using the request at all. And just a clue, if you're ever giving examples and you don't ever use the argument that you're passing to literally like 5 different examples in your little web server example, Like, just use the request once. Just do it once. Otherwise, like, why the fuck is the argument there? Right? Like, why would you put the argument there? Like, I mean, obviously you have to, but like, why is it there if you're never going to show what it can actually do? So anyway, how did I find the example? How I found the example was a Microsoft video, a guy from Microsoft writing a web server in Racket, and it was this whole like Microsoft like learn webinar thing. And I literally scrolled in the video until, because I knew it was going to be JSON, so I was like, I scrolled in the video on YouTube until I could find the place where he defined his JSON handler. And then I finally figured out that it was request post data / raw, and then the light bulb clicked, where it was like, oh, that's how you do field access on a struct. I couldn't figure that out anywhere. Oh man, unbelievable. It was pretty funny, guys. So rant's over. Okay, Bitmap says, I've got a weird opinion about Racket, which is I personally think it is the nicest Lisp I've used, but it's not my favorite Lisp. I could feel that. I think it has a really nice API. It's a very nice language to use, but I actually enjoyed using Common Lisp better for one reason or another. I don't know why. It's kind of just a visceral opinion, but I liked it better. My way or the highway kind of rude guy. Yeah, it was exactly that, I mean, for sure. I don't know what the sex appeal of the function is, but yeah, for sure. Purplish coming in with the first. Just absolutely just wrecking everybody else. I mean, do you guys not care about internet fame? I mean, come on. Awesome. So let's get into standard ML. We finished going over our Racket. What's nice, this web server works. It does exactly what we've done with all of our other web servers, and it's good. If your alerts were halfway working, that's many such cases in Twitch, right? So let's see, standard ML, huh? Oh, I left this open. Hold on a second. This is something I was just playing around with. Trying to make sure I'm a little bit prepared for AOC. Yeah. What are we doing here? We're just closing this. Okay. Kill session. I'm still really bad at tmux. And then we'll just kill this session. And we should be out, and then we're back into a clean tmux shell. I didn't get to experience the incredible, terrible loop macro in Common Lisp. Yeah, that's funny. That's the other thing I actually hated about the whole Racket field syntax, is that I'm pretty sure they're doing that by generating those functions using a macro and then inserting it into, you know, your namespace that you are trying, or, you know, inserting it into the namespace that you imported, I guess, and, you know, wherever the namespace is that you've defined that struct. And I just kind of hate that. It just feels like too much magic to me. I'd rather just have like a get field function or get ref or something like that that's just basic and easy to find documentation on. It was not easy to figure out the whole field access on structs, in my opinion. Okay. So where are we at? Let's go into OSS. And go into MTOL and standard ML. All right, sick. So we are here. Let's just touch that README, and we will make that README really good with. Okay, my dot files? How did this get into my README? Oh yeah, I forgot. I was in just dot files. No wonder. Good thing I'm not even paying attention to what I'm opening. Classic. Okay. Standard ML, README. Okay, awesome. And then here we go. standard ML. Alright, we know how we start. We're gonna Google that standard ML. I Googled it one time just to make sure that I was not completely wrong about the dates. Other than that, I have no exposure to standard ML whatsoever. Give $3 to Wikipedia. Don't skip it. You better give it. Wow, look at how short this is compared to everything else. Hilarious. All right. I don't. This song's a little too busy for our special ASMR reading time. That's a little bit better. Standard ML, SML, is a general-purpose modular functional programming language with compile time type checking and type inference. It is popular for writing compilers, for programming language research, and for developing theorem provers. Standard ML is a modern dialect of ML, the language used in the Logic for Computable Functions theorem proving project. It is distinctive among widely used languages in that it has a formal specification given as typing rules and operational semantics in the definition of standard ML. Okay, very cool. Yeah, so the original ML, 1973, 50 years ago, a little Robin Milner of Henley Milner fame. Fame is probably a strong word. And then we have standard ML, 1983, 40 years ago. Did it say where it was developed? That's always interesting to me. I guess not. Very cool though. Okay. Is ML maintained by open source or a company? Anyone has an idea? There's not one specific implementation. Yeah, I found that a lot, especially with these more, you could say, languages used in academia, maybe more than industry. You end up having a lot of Bell Labs. Yeah, not surprising. See, that's why I think it's really interesting to find out, because that is usually the case, right? Like it's Bell Labs or what's the other one? It's like Bell Labs or shit. I'm spacing. Oh, depending on the time frame, Xerox, right? Okay. SML of New Jersey. Okay, this is like I feel like this is probably one of the larger, most used implementations. Okay, yep, that's funny. That's what I was just thinking, because I'm familiar with ML, SML, and J. Like I've at least heard of it. But ML ton are the two largest implementations. Okay, so this is that. Look at this homepage. Just look at it. Text-based. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, let me just check this. Looks good. Yeah, that's all you need, PM. That is all you need. All right, Standard ML of New Jersey, abbreviated SML and J, is a compiler for the Standard ML 1997 programming language with associated libraries, tools, and documentation. SML and J is free open source software. Very good. Link to the license. Currently 2 versions of SML and J. For most use cases, we recommend the legacy version, e.g. 1.10.99.4. The development version is not yet stable. We're still working on it. It might become stable sometime in the next 30 years. Yeah, no, totally. That's funny, PM. It is, however, the version where we are placing our main development efforts. For example, we're working on support for the ARM64 architecture. Oh, okay. Interesting. Good to know. Which will be the main feature of the next development release. We also hope to include support for 64-bit Windows. Yeah, exactly. So true of me. It's actually what I've really enjoyed about these old languages, is that you can tell all of the documentation and websites are just built by engineers or like back-end systems-y people, and I love that. The latest version supports 64-bit executables on macOS and Linux. Okay, downloads. We believe that this version is stable. The previous versions are available through our release history page. Okay, got it. So I'm interested to see, when was this released? Okay, August 1st. Boom. August 1st. Beautiful. Signed installers for macOS are available, which install the system and user local SMLNJ. That sounds reasonable. They're replacing the old compiler backend with LLVM. That makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna do AMD 64, and we'll just try installing it from a package. Classic Apple babysitting me. Hold on. Fucking Apple. All right. I can't even open the package file. I have to do it with a right click open. There it is. Proto LLVM from the 90s. Neat. Okay, here we go. We're getting there. I don't feel like sharing this. I don't expect this to take very long. But standard .package install on macOS, in case you're wondering. I should probably have a scene that's just like a portion of my screen that I could drag things into. Installer would like to access files in your download file. Yeah, that's because that's where the freaking package is. So yes, it's fine. All right, 6 minutes. All right, let's see. Let's keep going while that's installing. Okay. Documentation and literature. Okay. It wasn't 6 minutes. It already finished. That was very, very simple. And now we should have... where did it say it was going to install it? I thought it was in just user bin. User/local. Oh, it's in user/local. Okay. So let's just see what this is. And then, so we probably just want to add the bin to our path. That's probably what we need to do. All right. Let's get rid of Finder. It's in my way. Most compilers of that error were implemented. Lazy lexing and parsing. Parsing forget to reduce memory footprint. Yeah, reasonable. Okay. Yeah, so we just need to put this on our path. I was kind of surprised that they didn't put it somewhere else, but I guess this is fine. Nice. Listen, I understand that it is hard. It is hard to stop trolling Swalker. Sometimes I stream late only because trolling Swalker is so much fun that it's hard to stop. All right. You were doing work stuff? Oh, bummer. Okay. I'm gonna say this in this private room, but I realized as I was thinking about doing AOC even in Clojure, that and I'm like, man, I'm a little rusty on some things. Oh, and I've been thinking about doing a Clojure SDK for Griff for his Vexilla, CM Griffing. And I'm like, I'm a little rusty on some things, and I'm like, why am I rusty on things? And then I thought about it, and I just have this weird work situation at the moment, you know, and where we're just not doing a lot of active feature development. And I'm pretty sure I am pretty sure that I have written less than 1,000 lines of code at work in the last what month is it? It's November. Yeah, in the last 6 months. We'll just call it 6 months. I've written less than 1,000 lines of code for work. I'm pretty sure that's true. Yeah. Yeah. And this is why I started streaming. Because like if I just like let that keep going, like my brain would get so soft, like I would forget, I would be even more of a boomer than I am right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Good times. You've written more Rust at work and you're not a dev. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Totally bitmap. I get it. Yeah, I thought about that yesterday and I'm like, man, no wonder when I go and I'm like, oh, I'll just do this in Clojure, it'll be easy. And then I'm like, oh, what's that argument order again? And what's that function called again? And it's just like, oh my God, I have not done anything like substantial at work in a while. Not exactly complaining, but it requires some self-discipline to you know, keep myself from becoming super lazy. So yeah, that's when you're like, okay, sure, let's recreate Prime's DSA course in Rust. But yeah. Okay, cool. So we have SML installed. I think we're gonna have to put it on our path, but we'll just pretend like that's not true for now. They have a user's guide. Very cool. They have some tutorials. I like that. I don't think that they said anything. They didn't say anything about putting it in our path, but I'm gonna guess we're gonna have to. We'll just okay, user's guide. Obtaining. Okay. Installing. Okay. Let's just make sure we did this right. There's not anything else we need to know. I don't even know. You're not going overboard, bitmap. You're good. Sharing random info is great. The only thing I care about is like letting me learn things on my own, like as far as like if I'm in the middle of a problem, like let me struggle with it a little bit. That's all I ask. Other than that, everything's good. And let's not kid ourselves. I struggle a lot, right? Good times. I mean, if you can't nerd out on a stream like this, where are you supposed to nerd out, right? That's how I feel. Okay. Build the compiler. Okay, interesting. That's fine. Shell scripts for running SML in the tools. Config, lib, source. So they didn't say anything. I mean, they didn't say anything about putting it in your path, but I'm sure I'm going to have to. Yeah, I'd say these docs are a little bit old. Yeah, that's not wrong. Okay, so we obtained it. Let's not worry about FAQ. How to get started with SML, how to compile and run programs. Let's do it. All right, here we go. I think if I zoom in, it's not going to do anything for you. I guess I could make the text size bigger. That's what I'll do. Well, whoops, that's worse. That's what we can do. There we go. That's a little bit more readable. Okay. This section explains some of the basic elements. Yeah, it's I know, right? I'm like, oh, well, there's no wrapping. And it's like, well, yeah, there is. You just have to increase the text size. I'm so used to having to zoom in order to like get around all of their freaking divs, all the boxes. Here we don't have to do any of that nonsense. Okay. We assume below that you're using the compiler under Unix. The behavior will be somewhat different under MS Windows or the Macintosh OS. Okay. We recommend that the compilation manager be used to organize the compilation process. Okay, very cool. Type SML from the shell. This puts you into the interactive system. I am pretty sure. Now these double ticks, do they really mean type like that literal thing to get into the shell? Yeah, I'm sorry about the New Jersey part. Here, we'll just pretend. No way, it really does mean that. Wait, let's try this again. Okay, that's that. Okay, it's just SML quote. Got it. Okay, so they did put it. SML not found. That's so weird. How is this working? I don't know how that's working, but it's fine. Type SML from the shell. This puts you into the interactive system. Oh my God, you're right. Hilarious. It's just waiting for me to close this. You know what? I assumed that the dot, you guys know what I did, right? I assumed that the dot was like the REPL. So I was gonna like, I was about to type something, you know? We were just going to be like, okay, well this should work then, right? Oh, weird. This REPL's so weird. So dumb. I'm so dumb sometimes. So funny. Okay, so that's just it. So I do need to put this on the path. Okay, we know how this works. Don't worry. Path equals path. Where is it? User local. I already forgot. That's not slow at all. Don't worry. I don't know why it's so slow, to be honest. I guess just like my Z SHRC is slow. SML and J. Ben. That's what I want. Okay. User / local / SML and J / Ben. And here dot ZSHRC. Okay. And then we'll just source it to make sure. Oh my God. Skill issues. Okay. All right. Now we should have SML. Yes. This makes more sense. Typesetting. Love it. Okay. We're in an SML REPL. I love it. And we should be good. New Jersey, I know, chat. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to. Where's Kyle? I mean, he's getting so many shout outs right now. Where is Kyle? New Jersey this, New Jersey that. This is pretty a little bit. This is rough. This is rough. We don't need. Okay, bitmap. You know, you said, am I giving too much information? And that's too much. That's TMI right there. Right there. That's TMI. We want to believe that Bell Labs is in a respectable, God-fearing place. Bell Labs is in Arkansas. I don't actually know where Bell Labs is, to be honest. I mean, as somebody who grew up in California, everything that matters is in California, right? It's in New Jersey though. That's disappointing. Forget it. Let's just quit this. We don't need this. We don't need this New Jersey technology. All right, just kidding. Let's go. Okay, the top left prompt is dash, and the secondary prompt, printed when input is incomplete, is equal. Okay, so if I say 1, okay, nice, plus 2, I just made that up, guys. How do I already know standard ML? Am I not just amazing? All right. Return will have to complete your input or type in your interrupt character. Control-C will cancel your input and return to the ML top level. If SML doesn't work, ask where SML has been installed on your machine. Okay, yes. Redefine your path environment variable. I already did that. I'm so freaking advanced, okay? 10 years, guys. 10 years. Absolute senior developer here. Input to the top level interpreter, declarations and expressions must be terminated by a semicolon and carriage return before the system will evaluate it. Yes, this is reasonable. For example, 3 is 3. Okay. Oh, cool. So then it's basically telling, like, it assigns it a little variable. So now we can just, so we could say it plus 1, and then we have 4, etc. Very cool. Real 3 hours. What? Oh, yeah, I get it. Real number. Understood. Typing the interrupt character, typically Control-C should interrupt the compiler and return you to top level. Typing Control-D at top level will cause an exit. Okay, pretty classic REPL stuff. Yeah, underscore. Yeah, Closure does a $ integer, if I remember right. So it lets you, I think it only stores the last 3 though. In Closure, and so you can access them like $123. Okay. Compiler tends to recover from syntactic errors so that it can also produce semantic errors during the same compilation. Yes. Okay. This is all good. I think we know how REPL works well enough. Emacs support. Do you guys see? Do you see any other editor mentioned? Huh? Is there any other editor mentioned here? No. Just Emacs. Yeah, it's really good. Really good. I'm gonna guess they only mention OSs. Right, it is. I think they did make a mistake here, Purplish, right? Interacting with the operating system, this was supposed to be a subheading under that. SML mode is ancient. Okay. SML. Okay. What SML mode should I use? Oh, okay. Okay. Good deals. I should still use SML mode. Oh, the link they gave is ancient. Okay. Yeah. Amazing. Okay, so let's see. I doubt I have SML mode already. Nope. No SML mode. Let's see if this actually works today. Unlike Racket. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're happy. I just did a refresh contents last night. I don't think it should matter. Let's just do a package install and go to SML mode. Okay, good. It's coming from Elpa. I think we're almost there. It's looking good. Beautiful. We're happy. We're happy with SML mode. Okay, let's just put it in our Emacs config real quick. I guess if I search for SML, it would just come up anyway. Since this is called SML mode. No, I don't know how to spell. Okay. We're good. All right. Beautiful. They play to each other's strengths, huh? Interesting. Okay, so this was interact. How did we get here? I don't remember how we got here. Okay. Interactive system. I don't know. Okay, it was here. How to compile and run programs. Okay, so that was it. So this is the top level. We're back. Compilation manager. Okay. It's available in PostScript, sure. Special features. Okay, compiler structure we don't care about. Should I look at what the compilation manager is? Since version 110.20, I don't remember what I have. Don't I have like, what do I have? 110.99. Okay. I could have opened this from my local system, but that's fine. CM model. Invoking CM. Okay, I think this is probably a little bit further into the weeds than we need to go in order to just compile, but I guess we'll find out. Tutorials, Introduction to Standard ML. That looks good. Notes on programming in SML. In PostScript or PDF. I guess we'll do PDF. And using the SMLNJ system, HTML. This looks good. Okay. Love it. I think we need a different view here. How do you get... Is it this way? There it is. Okay. Types, values, and effects, ML computation. This is pretty complicated. Let's see if there's an easier one. This is literally the same thing. Okay. Did I just click the same thing twice? No. Oh, it's not the same thing. I just thought it was the same thing. That's book. Document not found. Unbelievable. SML guide. SML NJ guide. Sure. This is literally where we were. Okay. Using the SML NJ system. I think this is one of the things we already tried opening. No, this looks different. Okay, perfect. This looks great. Okay. We've got fun inc x. Okay, basically Haskell. All right, we like that. Fun inc x equals x plus 1. Fun fn. No, it's a totally fair question. I'm only laughing because it's just hilarious. Oh, learn x in y minutes. Okay, those are usually pretty good. Thanks, Bitmap. Why last pass after all their incidents? I don't even know. It's there. I don't know. I used it because I use it. Yeah, I don't have a good reason. LastPass is big enough to have a bunch of incidents where people, this is me just totally bullshitting you, by the way. LastPass is big enough to actually get all the incidents, and that's why they've had so many, and that's why people are always trying to break into LastPass, and that's why it's even stronger now than it was before. It doesn't cover the module system or basis. It covers the basics well. Okay, yeah. Okay, so standard ML uses OCaml style comments. I know it's funny to say that way, but you know, we have to work backwards sometimes, right? Val rent, sure. Basic vowels. What? But they're not specifying types. Yeah, man. That's what you get. That's what you get with HM. All right. Val diameter equals 79,226 int. Sure. Real. Bobby string. I don't know where he is. You'd think Dylan would actually care about standard ML with all of his OCaml stan malarkey, but you know, we'll see. He maybe he has to do work. Skill issue. File diameter equals 7926. File E 2.718. Real. Okay. So if we want to do an explicit type declaration, it goes on the right hand side. Otherwise, we can just use inference. And then, okay, if we want to do explicit type for function arguments, we have to use parentheses. Okay. Oh, really? Like, I know you... Oh, for function calls, you don't have to use... Yeah, I figured. Yeah. That's kind of... It's kind of standard ML stuff, right? Standard ML stuff. You know what I mean. Normal ML stuff. Valta 2.0 times pi, twice rent, 2 times rent. Yeah, 1.25. Okay. This looks good. We'll keep this up. I think this can be great as a reference. Let's just keep going. SML also has lists. Okay. So what is our list syntax? Just straight brace and commas. I like it. I wonder if these are car literals or if they're raw string literals. Or maybe there's, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Did we look at strings? Has cars and strings. Okay, it is car. Okay. I skipped over that. And then I'm asking questions that it literally answered already. Okay. Very much me. Concatenate is a carrot. Oh, love that. Who doesn't love a carrot for concatenation? That is great syntax. I super like that. Okay. Print foo, print combined. Okay. String.implode. Uh-huh. Very cool. Lists, of course. List.length. Okay. More numbers. Guest list. Append is at. Very cool. Cons. Okay. Cons operator. So I'm a little confused that they're not explaining this. Oh, it's just this could have been done with. So this is the cons operator. This just threw me off. This, I didn't understand their phrasing. So this is cons. Okay. Understood. Okay. Val everyone equals list.concat groups. Uh-huh. Kind of thing. Tuples on the other hand. Okay. So tuple syntax is parentheses. Like that one. Okay, records are tuples with named slots. Okay, very cool. I like that. Record syntax is very simple. You can also use hash notation to get values out of tuples. Okay. You can write types like val x int equals 1. Okay, so you could do a left-hand type annotation instead of right-hand. Good to know. Julia uses star for which one to meet for string concat. Concat? I didn't even say the N in there. Okay. Fun answer. Yeah, x equals 43. Very cool. Okay, I think we're good. I think we can get started. Yeah, for string concat. Yeah, very cool. I like that. I like star. I looked into Julia a while ago. I don't know, a few years ago. I didn't mind the syntax. It seemed like a nice little language for the most part. Okay, so let's start with some FizzBuzz, shall we? I actually don't know what their... Let's see. Files is in this thing. It's SML? Okay. SML. Reasonable. Make directory. Yes. This hasn't been working right, so I'm just going to make sure that they actually made it, because lately it's been doing weird things. Okay, they did. Okay, but we haven't saved our actual buffer yet, which is expected. Okay. It is more productive to put your program into a file or set of files and then load it into the SML&J system. The simplest way to do this is to use the built-in function use. For example, use myprog.sml. Yeah. Okay, so that's just the compilation manager stuff, which we may or may not have to get into. Probably not for FizzBuzz. Okay, so FizzBuzz. We are just going to say fun FizzBuzz, and it's just going to take an X, and then we have an equal. Okay, that's start at FizzBuzz. Pattern matching. Okay, we could do some pattern matching potentially, but we might just do like an if or something. If then else, raise fail. I'm sure they had if already, I just missed it. Okay, if it is if then else. Okay. Do we have a cond? Do we have a case? Okay. If n equals 0, then 0 else. Okay, I see how you do a nested if. This isn't bad. We could do that. Dimitri Maximo of Dev Seconds, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, so now we just have to figure out what modulo is. I would guess that it's probably just modulo, but maybe it's not. Unbound variable, nope. Is it rem? Rem. No. Okay. Nope. Oh, it's mod. There it is. Okay. So 1 mod 3 is 1. Perfect. All right. Whoa, what is up with that? Okay, so the reasoning for this was that matrix multiplication is not commutative, something along the line. Take this as a grain of salt since I don't remember their full explanation. Yeah, that's fair. Hey Gally, how's it going? We're doing well. We're doing some standard ML. It's going pretty well. I mean, we're just getting started. We're trying to figure out the syntax, all that good stuff. It expects a very specific code style, new line after equals. Oh, okay. I actually didn't know. They probably had an example where they were doing a new line after equals, and I didn't know if that was valid or not, because that was actually like what I kind of wanted to do. Oh yeah, here it is. They had that example. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. Cool. So what we're gonna say is if, let's see what and is. Let's see, is true just true? Yes. And is true and true? Nope. Is true and true? No. Okay, let's figure out what and is. It is and. Okay, no, and star, never mind. And just as importantly, okay, what is a logical and? Let's look for logical up. Oh, come on. Really? You're not gonna give me logical? Okay, and. Okay, there it is. The operator is what most other languages call not equal. Okay, that's really helpful to know, right? I kind of remember this. And also and or else are also called and or in many other languages. So it's and also? No way. True and also true. How's that for expressiveness? Oh, that is really funny. Okay, here we go. If now, since we have a then, we don't have to worry about like how long our expression goes, right? So we should be able to say if x mod 3 and also x mod 5, then fizzbuzz else if x mod 3, then fizz. Oh, what? I forgot the else. Else if x mod 5, then buzz. Else we'll need a string. Please print this. Yeah, exactly. Please print this. Please just do it. Oh man, I know. It's a really special. It's a special, polite, extra polite syntax. All right. Okay. So what do we need? We need to turn an int into a string. Do they have a casting section? Format maybe? Nope. let's just see what printing is first. Print foo. Okay. All right. Okay. And then it just returns unit. Yeah. Reasonable. Standard libdocs. Okay, thanks. I appreciate it. Skill issue XYZ. If only we could just call that, right? Okay. Vectors and arrays. All right. Cast string. Strings is probably the worst thing I could possibly. Sure. String convert. Okay. I'm gonna guess that's string convert. Conversion between strings and values of various types. Okay, signature string convert, structure string convert to string convert. Interface. Okay. Data type, radix. Okay, let's see. Okay. The values, yeah, that makes sense. No, it kind of reminds me a little bit of how, actually kind of remind me of Racket docs a little bit, honestly. But even though there's the whole signature and structure difference in a way, but corresponding to the bases 2, 8, 10, and 16 respectively. Sure. A real or floating point number. The first corresponds. Okay. Okay. See also string car. Okay. Thank you. Local structure S equals string substring string convert. Okay, so SC is string convert. SC dot sci. Okay. Let's look if they have a good example of an int thing. SS dot string. And that's substring. Okay, ss.taker, we don't care about this. Structure S. So I'm guessing this local syntax is like defining things locally just for this one scope before end, kind of like you would in OCaml. That's funny. Okay. What time is it? 2:30? Okay, we're good. Yeah, it's like a top level let. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, OCaml actually has some similar syntax. I don't remember exactly what it is. Just from watching too many OCaml streams these days. Bellman. Okay, so I mostly care about where SC exists. So let's see. Okay, it's just there. Well, that doesn't make me happy. All right. Between strings and values of various types. I guess I don't know if this will actually give me a string from an int, or if it's the other way around, or if it's both. How can I get a convert an integer to a string and standard ML? int.toString. How about that? int.toString 4 certainly does work. So that includes basis Okay, which I'm guessing is similar to Haskell prelude. Oh my gosh, Swalker, what's up? 37 people coming in. I really appreciate it, dude. I appreciate you a lot, even if our streaming times are overlapping these days. Thanks so much for the raid. Welcome, everybody. Dimitri, no, I said thanks for the follow. You're here to save me from standard ML? Are you going to, yeah, it really is because of daylight savings, honestly, Swalker. Like, it pushed it even more. Yeah, SML is total hipster language now. Oh, you're right, OCaml. SML, by the way. Should I say? I should probably say SML, by the way, instead of standard ML, by the way, because SML requires you to know something. All right. Let's see. Good point. Good point. Purplish, was that you? Was that you? Oh no, Crits Creek. No, you're absolutely right about that. Roll your own programming language. Little bad cop. I appreciate that. Okay. We gotta do this the right way. And that is... we gotta find our last by the way tweet. We're constructing a singly linked list right now on Twitter. We quote it, and we say SML, by the way. All right, Swalker. Classic Rails actually having to work. Rails devs having work. Ha! Total skill issue. If you used a real language, you wouldn't even have a job. Yeah, totally got him on that one. Who did I get though, really? All right. Before I forget, let me just write down what I literally just did, because I will forget. int.toString. Did I actually shout out Swalker? I don't remember. I got distracted. int.toString end. I don't know if that's really how you do it. I did. Sweet. Awesome. Go follow Swalker if you don't already. He's a good one. We grew up like 20 minutes from each other. Not that we knew each other, but we grew up like 20 minutes from each other. It's pretty funny. So for those of you who don't know, we're doing a tour of languages, 12 languages in 4 weeks. We're over halfway through. We finished the first 2 weeks. We did low-level language. We did Lisps. And now we're into MetaMe's meta tour of languages, doing meta languages, also known as MLs, and give or take 20 years. And, you know, really at the end of the day, oh, come on. Skill issue. There we go. It's pretty meta, right? It's pretty meta. All right. So, and that's the inspiration for my tweet, in case people didn't get that, is, I called this, oh yeah, it's almost in my title, Meta Origin Story, right here. Standard ML, which isn't the original ML, but that's fine. It's still pretty darn old. It's 40 years old at this point. So... okay, sick. So yeah, welcome guys. I appreciate you being here. We are working on Standard ML. Standard ML, yeah, the original ML is whack and very bare bones. I'm not surprised. So Standard ML is probably the oldest surviving ML. That's how I would put it. That's like probably actually used. Written in Common Lisp. Amazing. Well, it probably wouldn't be like actual, well, it wouldn't be anti-common Lisp. Yeah, but one of the early Lisps. Yeah, I got you. I wasn't trying to exactly actually you there a bitmap, but yeah, you're right. One of the early Lisps. So yeah, we're spending a couple days with each language, just trying to get a feel for it. The only language I've actually written anything more than a dozen lines of code is Haskell, and that's been 4 years since I've really touched Haskell at all. So it's been a lot of fun. I've been in the industry about 10 years. Started getting a front-end job because that was the easiest thing to get when you don't have a degree, and writing our love of JavaScript. And it's jQuery, baby. We were using jQuery. We were using what is it called? Bootstrap. Yeah, Bootstrap CSS. And introducing underscore to the project was just like, man, we are cutting edge developers. Now, not really quite cutting edge. We were super far behind. So, you know, because that was the time that Angular was cool and React was like just starting to be cool. But like most people were like, no, man, React, that's probably not, it's probably, we don't even know if that's going to last. So anyway, that was 10 years ago. Quickly went into full stack, doing a lot of Java on the back end. Then TypeScript came out. We adopted TypeScript. So that's mostly what I did for about four-ish years. Java, JavaScript, TypeScript, all sorts of things. And then I got a job writing, really just ended up loving the back end more than anything else. So I got a job just doing back end. And thank God it wasn't just full stack. We are using SML and J. Yeah, Crits Creek. That just only because that is the only one I've heard of, and Bitmap said it was fine. And we just ask. Here we ask 21-year-old developers. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know Bitmap's age. I just pulled that out of a hat. You know what we should use, even if it's technology from New Jersey. I almost quit Nightshade. I almost quit the stream because it was New Jersey. Yeah. No, I actually knew what your age was because you said it somewhere, and I didn't mean to dox you, so that's why I pretended like I didn't know what your age was. So, yeah. Sorry about that. One of the Moscow devs was my coworker at the last place. Nice. Yeah. That is so true. That's so true. Yeah, man, you're gonna import the whole thing of underscore? Like, what about using Lodash? So fun. But yeah, welcome everyone. If you don't know me, ask questions. All good. I stream 5-ish days a week, and used to do a lot of Rust. Still like Rust, but then wanted to do this tour of languages. Not exactly sure what's happening after November. Most likely we're going to do Advent of Code. See, you know, for the most part. And we might do a thing where it's kind of like a language roulette. Like we going back in time and explaining node modules. Oh God. Yeah, no, we used to have just vanilla JS, no build system, just freaking in the static public HTML. I mean, ooh, if only I knew then what I knew now, and I just never moved from that. And we just, no, I mean, not being able to write ES5 back then was rough. So that's definitely true. So we kind of needed that build system just to do ES5 to support any browser at all, right? But anyway, those were the good old days. Yeah, so the last 5 years I've just written Clojure. Clojure is a Lisp. It's hosted on the JVM. That's what I do full time. Full-ish time if you've been around for a while, you know what I mean by that. And yeah, welcome. IE 5.0 peak internet, yeah. Oh man. Such a different time. Yeah. And I mean, I solidified my back-end career choice by literally never learning React. And that pretty much solidifies you as a back-end dev at this point. Yeah, guess I'm never going to learn front-end again if I have to learn React. Not going to happen. Yeah, I think Clojure is a cool language. It's cool. I like types, but I still like it. It's simple. It's fun. Worst languages you could use in your day job. So yeah, I'm thinking for Advent of Code that we will like choose a language probably the day before, not the day of, because that might just take too much time. And it will be one of the languages that I already have a dev-in set up for. So we'll just have like a whole list. It'll basically be most of these. We won't include all of them because some of them would be way too effing hard. But we'll include some of these. Kind of choose a list of languages that we can kind of. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Maybe I'll do a channel redeem. Maybe we'll do polls. I don't know. It'll be something fun. You can build a compiler for your AOC language this year, yeah. Last Mac version. Oh, really? I didn't know that bitmap. That's funny. Good times. So yeah, here's standard ML. So far, it's going well. If you're not used to ML syntax, we don't need parens. We don't need stuff like that. We don't even need curly braces unless you're defining like data structures. You don't need any of that stuff. You just write the values on there. Look at this beautiful, if you're just joining us, look at this beautiful and also. Do you think we've messed up in programming that a logical and is no longer and also? That is beautiful. Yeah, ML's like the anti-Lisp. Yeah, you got to balance them. You write Lisp, you write an ML, and you're okay. You don't need any of that C syntax garbage. Nobody needs that. Oh man. Okay, I don't think that this is how I actually end this function, but we're about to find out. Let's see what happens. So we are using learn standard ML in Y minutes, which has some nice quick syntax for us. So if it's a one-liner function, I don't need to end it at all. What if I have more than one line? I still don't need to end it. Okay, so the end was something else. I was thinking that it was required, but I don't even need an end. So if I'm here, I have my function, and then I could go ahead and use it. Okay. I don't know why I did int to string 4 there. I guess because 3 and 5 and 4 just felt like they needed to be together. I'm not really sure. APL, yeah, APL is wild. Maybe someday we'll do APL. I mean, Erlang's pretty wild too. Let's be real. We've been doing Erlang on Discord. And by we, I mean Nightshade. And by doing, I mean struggling. Okay. So, all right. So we have to require this somehow. Nightshade is a professional Erlang developer. No, it's absolutely right. It's senior. He's basically senior Erlang at this point. And I did a code review of his AOC code, and I pointed out like one problem with it. And thus I am also a senior Erlang developer because I did a code review and pointed out a problem. And that's how it works. So putting that on my resume, don't even have to include it in the tour to put it on my resume. It's already on there. All right. I totally read that as the straight to jail meme, Nightshade. I don't know if that's what you meant, but it's well done. Yeah, very good. It is one of my favorite. It's probably one of my favorite scenes in a show, period. Like, really, it's that good of a scene. It is one of my favorites. I think about it almost daily. It's that good. Okay. What are we looking at? We don't need this anymore. We don't care about string convert. It is so memeable. Yeah. I mean, also, I mean, he's just so good. He's so good. Do we remember what we're doing? Oh yeah, we are trying to figure out how this part works. Well, let's see, right here. Okay, it's use myprog.sml. Okay, I don't know where we are. Okay, that's fine. It might not be... takes the name of the file type string. If the file exists, it is open to read. The result of the use function is the unit value. Okay. Bell Labs. Look at this Bell Labs link. Amazing. Okay. I still don't completely get the whole... Like, how do I then... Okay, so it didn't find this. Ooh, it doesn't have up. That's hurting. I don't remember where I started this in. That's one problem. I probably can't do something like this. Nope. All right, I started it in standard ML. Let's just see if we can do a require. Oh, it's use, not require. Use snippets / fizzbuzz.sml. Yep, that's it. Operand of and also is not of type bool. Overload bad instantiation. Okay, so I used and also incorrect in our if. Test expression in if is not of type bool. RL wrap. Oh, does that work? Does that work on here? I already have RL wrap for my Lisp stuff. I didn't realize I could just use it here. I didn't know it was just like a... I didn't know it was like cross. Okay. It's so good. Okay. I'm really excited. Thanks, guys. Okay, so let's get that back. Use snippet / fizzbuzz.sml. Okay. Beautiful. And then we're here. We got the Control A, Control E. Yeah, absolutely awesome. We can use Control CU. Beautiful. Yeah, RL wrap is really, things you don't know because you just haven't needed to, I guess. It's very helpful. It's very nice. It has an integrated REPL with support for loading. Okay, that might be nice too. I am a little bit... I'm definitely missing like an LSP right now to tell me what's wrong. It would be nice, but that's okay. RL wrap was probably made by a Lisper cringing at his normies being bad at building REPLs. Yeah, that's so true. Though I had to use it for a REPL. I don't remember which one it was. Was it Schemes? I think it was Schemes or Giles REPL that I had to use RL wrap for. But this, like the standard docs told me, use RL wrap and then you'll be good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Giles REPL. Okay. Okay, yeah, we're not going to worry about an LSP. We just have to figure out what these errors actually mean. Okay, so error, operand of and also is not of type bool. Overload bad instantiation. Operand z int an expression x mod 3 and also x mod Oh, it's because they're not bools. Oh my god. Unbelievable. All right. Is it double equals? Let's find out. Nope, not double equals. All right. Let's find out what equality is. Not there. Eq. Okay. It's just normal equality. Cool. I kind of remember that because I think that's the same in Haskell. But yeah. Okay. We'll find out. Nope. It knows how to do it. Okay, so we got FizzBuzz. And if we say FizzBuzz3... Oh yeah. I used a parentheses, but I didn't actually need to. Come on. It's nice that it worked with both, though. Standard ML internship, maybe, you know, ML intern. You're looking at the next standard ML intern at Bell Labs. Okay. Oh, let's do this first. Okay, sick. Yeah. So let's just look at that. Like, obviously, if we did pattern matching, maybe it would be a little bit nicer. We could do mod 15. Obviously, that works, but I just prefer the explicitness of this for people to understand FizzBuzz. I don't know. It's just a little bit easier in my head for whatever reason. Yeah. So it also makes me learn what a logical and is. So that's part of it as well. So that's kind of nice. So if we wanted to, I'm just interested. If I say print FizzBuzz X, what happens? See, now it's doing this sort of thing. And also or else engraved on your tombstone. Yeah, it's so smart. Operator is not a function, operator string. Okay, so it is kind of like screwing this whole thing up now. So obviously I did something wrong there. And maybe it's that I can only use that if I'm in like a particular scope. That could be the problem. So that's probably what it is. It's fine. We'll just let it be. Okay. FizzBuzz. There it is. The formatting of the if then else is actually really nice. Like, think of how ugly nested if else's are in most languages, even in Lisp. And here it's just like, oh yeah, I see them all perfectly. I feel like this is similar to the way that you would do it in Python, but I could be wrong. Am I right about that? It's been a minute since I've touched Python, but it's pretty nice. You prefer nested if else? Yeah, everything's an expression, no doubt. No doubt. I mean, there could be bad things that you could do here, but because it's an expression, it's a lot less concerning. But I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Okay. Very cool. So that's that. So usually at this time in the stream, we figure out web development. Web, let's see, HTTP API with SML and J. Okay. Okay. Minimal SML based web server. All right, let's go. List processing in SML. Okay. Let's just try web dev. SML web dev. Okay, SML on stilts. Is that it? Bitmap that you're thinking of? Oh, it's an Apache CGI plugin for the MLK kit compiler. Okay. A standard ML compiler for the web. Oh, interesting. To target what WASM? That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. Okay. Let's just look at this. December 2010, and we'll look at the other thing that we rigged up. An attempt at a web at a web server in standard ML. What, we may not do the web thing for SML because it's like, I don't know what else to do with it though. I wonder what else we should do with it. SML server is the most up-to-date one. Okay. Start SML in the project directory. Enter use buffer.sml parser.sml, navigate to. Okay. Interesting. Don't use it yet. Okay, so this is like super early. Who knows? I'm sure it has TCP stuff. You think it has TCP stuff in standard lib? I don't know. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, that's because you could just plug F# into everything else, right? So it's just not necessary. Okay. Yeah, no TCP stuff. Yeah. It was built for a different time, Dylan. Okay. Snap is... Okay, it's written in Haskell. Okay, no. I knew I'd heard of it. Okay. Stilts. FFI via C. I could totally FFI to Fio. That would be so funny. I could though. Is broken. This is when we get into like, I mean, already we did some things that were pretty hard for web dev. I mean, C and C++ were not exactly easy. I mean, honestly, Fio made it really easy to do a C, basic C web API. But this is, I kind of expected this with SML. Okay, so Stilts is a framework for robust web development based on multi-stage programming. The framework was written in standard ML. SML, NJ, and Milton are supported. Okay. Core web application types, signatures, and utilities. High performance user space threading system. Server implementations of fast CGI, SCGI, and HTTP, allowing Stilts applications to be invoked from a variety of front-end web servers or as a standalone daemon. Smelt, an HTML XML templating system. Wow, this guy really went for it. Query wrapper function generator. It's not going to be blazingly fast. It's only high performance. If only he knew when he wrote this, or she, or they. All right. On Debian, mlyak, run mlyak file name by hand. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, well, concurrency is like basically new to OCaml, isn't it? Basically, oh, I guess I'm thinking of multi-core stuff. They're still working on that. Okay, this doesn't look bad, but bitmap you sent something that I didn't see. SML server. And then we need to look at the schedule and see, like, do I continue with SML another day? I have to see if I have time to continue with SML another day, or if I just need to get into Haskell next, because I want to have 2 days for Haskell and 2 days for OCaml. I feel like SML is more important for me just to kind of like get a feel for, rather than necessarily finish, but we'll see. As a sock util. Okay. Interesting. Oh, this doesn't look bad. I kind of like this one. Oh, I don't even have the SML package manager. Okay. Did you miss the origin story? Yeah, the origin story is standard ML. SML package only works with Milton, really? Ah. Ah, okay. That's too bad. So then I have to figure out how to do this myself, which I might hate. Should we just do Milton? Maybe we should just do Milton. Oh yeah, the library works with either Milton or MLKit. Okay, so then it sounds like to use this I would have to use Milton. Otherwise I'd have to use this one. It doesn't have a REPL. Fail. Absolute fail. The thing that I'm concerned about using this one is that I have no idea how to actually use it in my project. Like, how do I take this and then actually use it? Let me see. Is this because I don't understand? Because I don't see any like build files, but maybe I just don't understand how they actually do this. Oh, it's 13 years ago. I didn't even look at the date. Dang it. Okay. Okay. What do I actually want to do? I feel like figuring all this out is probably not going to be insanely interesting for SML. So what else could we do? I guess we could like solve some sort of random algorithm problem. What do you guys think? Brain fuck interpreter. I mean, I have AOC 2022 open. I could try to solve AOC 2022 with SML. I don't know. I'm not feeling particularly inspired to solve the entire AOC 2022 like in this stream. 24 hours. The whole AOC. Yeah, sure. No modules, yeah. But to have modules, like, you'd have to basically do Milton, it sounds like. I mean, maybe not really, but it seems like if you want modules, people just use Milton for the most part. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay. You mean modules in that sense. Okay. More like what OCaml means by modules. Okay. Yeah, I mean, boring's fine. I think that's what we're gonna do. I think instead of messing with like trying to install a bunch of stuff, let's just do a little AOC. Why not? And by solve a bunch of stuff, I mean figure out how to download this library and get it to build. I think this is what we'll do. Since nobody seems to really care. Okay. It'll be a little dry run for AOC this year. This is day one. It's pretty simple. I already read it. Basically, yeah, AOC day one. It should be easy, good beginner thing. We should be able to solve it, right? Okay, so basically you have these elves. They are carrying items. They all have certain calories. Each grouping is what a single elf has. To do 3 to 4 days and then quit like normal. Yeah, exactly. And then a double line break is, yeah. a double line break is a new elf, right? And then basically you just need to find out, get the sum of all of these things, and then return the one that is carrying the most calories. Pretty simple. So I think we can do that. Shouldn't be a big deal. Okay. So one of my questions then is, can we just, I mean, we could put this input in a file, but I mean, I'm kind of like, can we just not, maybe? Can we have a multi-line string? Nope. Or is it like a certain way of doing it? Oh wait, forgot what I was doing. It's funny. No multi-line strings. That's rude. That's rude. Okay, it's fine. We'll just read it from a file. So I know they give me an input as well. We're just going to start with this one. I guess we should see what our puzzle input is. Fine. See, that's so long. It's going to be hard to debug. So let's just get it working on their example, and then we'll figure it out from there. Okay. So let's just go here. Let's just say AOC 2022. And then we're just going to touch day1.sml, and we'll just do this. Nice. There it is. Okay. So now we can go here and we have this. So let's just say fun part 1, and that's just going to take a string. Let's just say equals. Let's see. So first, let's just pretend we have the string. We won't worry about the file part yet. So we're just going to want to split. So let's figure that out. I don't know the best way to do that. I doubt it's going to be on here, how to split. Yeah. I'm guessing we're going to have to go into one of these. Car string and substring. From converting to and from. Okay. I mean, of course, we could implement our own split if we really have to, but I'm kind of hoping we don't have to. Let's see, max size, sub, extract, substring, concat with, stir, implode, explode, right? That's list and string conversions. We have a map, we have a translate, we have tokens, fields as prefix, compare, collate, some comparison operators. Okay, and then some CFFI stuff, it looks like. Okay, so sub is returning the character, so it's like index access basically. Good to know. Extract, those are substrings. Okay, okay. Looks like maybe we don't have any built-in splits, at least here. All right. Tokens function is what I want to think. Okay, I didn't like read it, so that's very possible. All right, tokens. Oh, okay. These functions return a list of tokens or fields respectively derived from S from left to right. A token is a non-empty maximal substring of S not containing any delimiter. A field is a possibly empty maximal substring of S not containing any delimiter. In both cases, a delimiter is a character satisfying the predicate F. Okay. Two tokens may be separated by more than one delimiter, whereas two fields are separated by exactly one delimiter. For example, if the only delimiter is the character pipe, then the string ABC contains two tokens, whereas it contains the four fields. So tokens is probably what I want. And let's just see if it gives me what I think it should. So this is, I probably have to call it, like these all exist on stir, signature string. Like I'm guessing this signature is the actual way I use these strings, but I could be wrong. Or do we just have them naturally? Let's just do a string size and then we'll know. How about that? Size, hey. Okay, never mind, it's right there. Sub. What? It's probably a string. String times int. Oh yes, sub, I forgot, it's an index. Okay, that's because I just typed it wrong. Okay, nope, that doesn't work. So is it just string.sub? Nope. Operand string. Okay. Maybe they have examples down here somewhere. No examples. Okay, maybe learn X and Y minutes has examples. I doubt they have an example. Oh, look at that. Okay, string.token. So it is string. Okay, so I see. This is just an actual error in how I used it. That's fine. Where were we? So what did they hate about my string.sub? That's what I'm not sure of. String.sub hey 0. I mean, I know I could do this, but I don't think I have to, right? Okay, so you do have to do this. Do I need a comma? Nope. Star is a tuple type. Was there a star and I just didn't? Oh. So I'm just constructing a tuple. Oh my god, yeah. Okay, thank you. That's hilarious. That makes more sense. Okay. It's interesting. It's an interesting choice. Yeah, it is annoying. One of the reasons it's annoying is that for those of you who aren't used to MLs, where it's auto curried, is that then you can't curry it, right? So that's kind of dumb. So that's kind of annoying. Thorb703RN, thanks for the follow. Hey Dragon, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Hope that near winter is treating you well. Let's see. I have, let's call it 10 minutes left. Maybe 15. Maybe I can go till 4, which is about 30 minutes. We'll see what happens. Blistering 5. Ouch. That's pretty bad. That's 5 Celsius or Fahrenheit. I'm guessing you mean Celsius. No, you probably mean Fahrenheit, don't you? Since you put the little star. You were doing the superior unit, so it is Celsius. Okay. Yeah. Sounds cold. Definitely sounds cold. When you say it's 5. Okay. Okay, so what were we figuring out? Oh yeah, the tokens thing. We can do this. So string dot tokens. Okay, so tokens is curried. Okay. So how we read these types is it takes a function of car to bool, and then it takes a string, and then it returns a list of strings. Yeah. String list. Yeah. Okay. We're good. We know how to read types. Okay. So we're going to say string.tokens. And let's just say /n. It wants a car though, right? I already forgot. Tokens is a car. Okay. So car is a hash in front. And what's equals? I already forgot. It's just equals, right? I guess I don't know, actually, now that I think about it. I don't know how to just create this little function right here. I didn't think about that. How do I do a lambda? Where is this? Oh, it's right here. Function. Okay. Function is lambda. All right. Function C equals. It's really funny. Their tokens example is literally what I'm writing. I just noticed that. It's literally the thing here. Okay, so we're gonna do /n/n. And then our string is just going to be 1 /n2 /n/n3 /n4. Okay, we'll just do that. Character constant, not length. Oh god, it's a fucking character, of course. So, okay, that does make it a little bit more interesting. So of course that would give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do string.fields. I think it was what it was. Okay, so that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I don't want it to eat both though. If I eat both, then I can't separate the elves. Right? I've got to separate the elves. I have to add them separately. Yeah. So I need the separation here. So then what I would usually use is like a what would I do? I mean, obviously I can just like map over the list, but that's not going to be very smart. Like I can split the list based on, you know, these things, but that's kind of silly. Okay, let's just think about this. So there is an end right here. When do you... Oh, because then he uses it? Very nice poem. So nice. Oh, they actually tell me how to do read from file and write from file, write to file right here. Okay. It's all right there. Okay. Anyway, let's just play around with this in the REPL while we have time. Okay. Oh, because it's a let? Right. Oh, in, because of the let in end. You're right. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, that makes sense now. That's where you use end. Yeah, thanks for that. Okay, so we have this string list. We have it split that way. Let's see if there's something else that's nicer that we should do. String int string. Okay, no. Tuple of strings for concat. Okay, so now we have this list. Maybe we do just want to join until, basically. Let's see if we have any nice list functions that will do that for us. Sure. All right, so what do we have on Lisp? Okay, there we go. I finally am reading this right. Signature list, structure list. So then all these functions are going to be at list dot, because that's the structure. Okay. Null length at hd tl head and tail last get item nth take drop rev concat rev append app map partial find filter partition. I could do a partition where a is bool. So if a is a I could do a partition, or I could just fold over it like myself, and I don't really need the partition. The only thing nice is then if I do a partition and then I do the adds, all those kinds of things. Let me think, is that any nicer? Maybe I should just do a fold. Maybe I should just do a fold over the list, since I literally only care about the max. And then I don't really have to think about anything else. Probably reasonable. Let me think about it. Is fold what I want here? I mean, I could do it. I don't know if it's what I want. I don't know. Let's go with this. We'll do partition. Applies f to each element x of l from left to right and returns a pair where pos is the list of those x for which, oh, it's a full part. It's just a binary partition. Not what I was thinking of. Okay. That's fine. So a fold L takes an F and an init and returns that. Yeah, okay. I know how fold works. Okay, so again, the fold function takes a tuple of A and B and returns B. B is our init. A is our input and B is our output. Okay, let's see if we can do it this way. I guess we need a let. And let's refresh ourselves on what that syntax looks like. Oh yeah, we were just gonna kind of figure this out here too. Well, we'll write it in there. We'll write it here. It's fine. It's fine. I'm going back and forth. Okay, so let is about what I would expect. Let val L, actually we'll say L equals string dot tokens function C. Oh, it is not tokens, we want fields. Function C fat arrow C equals double line break, and that's on S, and then I just keep going. For some reason it's being a little bit, why does it think I'm still going here? Did I do something wrong? I don't think I did. Okay. Oh, it's just the way this mode works. It's a little bit confusing, but that's fine. Sure. That's fine. Okay. So there's val L. So I bet once I type val, it will go there. That's what it is. Okay. So there's our list. And then what did we decide on? I think we decided that we were just going to add until we hit a space, probably. That's probably right. So let me think. So then we would need like a tuple. Yeah, so that would be our fold L. Okay. Let's just say fun add parts, good enough. And it's going to take an L. And we would say list.fold L. Let's go to our list docs because I already forgot what the argument order was. Okay. It's a tuple of A and B to B. Okay. So we have to do tuple. And A is going to be our element. And B is going to be our list. It's actually our output. We'll just call it O if it lets me. It highlighted it, so I'm a little confused, but that's fine. Okay, so list.fold L EO. Oh yeah, this has to be a function. Oh yeah, that makes more sense, doesn't it? We should just do, maybe we should just do it this way. And we have LO for add parts, and then we just say val O equals, I don't know why I said LO, I meant LI. That's our input. Wait, no, our input's the list. Okay, hold on, I'll get there. Oh yeah, no, I'm being dumb. The point was that I was using I was going to use this as my fold function. List.fold L, add parts, and then we were going to say right, our input type, I don't know what it's going to be yet. I have to see how, oh yeah, I already do know. It's going to be a tuple. So our output type, sorry. Our output type is going to be a tuple, and it is going to be the current and then the max, which of course is 0 at this point. I'm not sure, is there like a nice tuple destructuring? I bet there is. I guess it would be in a pattern matching scenario. I like post rock, yeah. I do like post rock. It's my jam. I switched up the music and I kind of regretted it. I didn't like the last few days of music, to be honest with you. I was just happy with this stuff. I like this music better. It's easier to think too. Okay, so we have add parts. We have our tuple as our output, which is our B. And then we have our list of A's, which is our L. And then we get back our B, which is our output type, which is our tuple. Very cool. Okay, so that's that. So this is not going to be this. So I have no idea how to do like tuple destructuring, and I feel like I have to look that up because I'm going crazy without it. Tuple. Let's try it up here. I'm guessing it's going to be through guards, like pattern matching. Assuming that it has that, which I'm pretty sure I saw a pattern matching syntax. You can use hash notation to get values out of tuples. Okay, how does that work? Okay, records are tuples with named slots. Oh no, it's just the name slots. Okay. I was like, where did you come up with the hash notation? Like, where did you come up with the H and the S? And it's just if we were using names. Okay. I get that. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Here we go. Pattern matching is also possible on composite types like tuples, lists, and records. Writing fun solve 2 ABC equals is in fact a pattern match on the 1, 3 tuple solve 2 takes as argument. Similarly, but less intuitively, you can match on a list consisting of elements in it from the beginning of the list only, right? So you can do X and X's, X, Y, X's, etc. That's fine. That's good to know if we were going to do this recursively. We're just going to use fold. Fun. Evenly positioned LMs, odd, even X's. Even, evenly positioned LMs. Okay. Odd, even X's. Oh, I see. So you can continue getting... So this is first element, second element, X's. So I'm guessing that tuple... Oh, wait a second. Okay, evenly positioned LMs, odd, even X's equals even, evenly positioned LMs, X's. Okay, sure. Odd equals... Okay. The case expression can also be used to pattern match and return a value. Data type temp equals C of real or F of real. Okay. You must use their slot names and you must bind every slot in a record. The order of the slots doesn't matter though. Okay, got it. So if I understand this correctly, then I should be able to destructure my output basically with that other syntax, which is we're going to have current and we're going to have max, but I would have to do it this way, I think. Okay. I think that's how it works. We could probably just test that real quick. So if we said val t equals a tuple of a comma 1. Okay, and then we had a function that just printed those two things. Fun my print takes a tuple. Oh, how? Let's see. Because that takes a tuple, right? So then it should be. We'll just call it x and y equals print x. It doesn't like that. Match non-exhaustive. Okay. In what way is it non-exhaustive? I guess I'm not understanding from their examples here. Basic pattern matching. Oh God. Okay. What if the list is empty? But it's not a list, it's a tuple. So I'm guessing then I have my tuple destructuring wrong. Hey Vivex, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. We're working on some standard ML right now. Tuple destructuring is just a comma b. Oh, duh. Oh my God, it's the same thing that we do that we're already doing. Unbelievable. It's already built in to like all those functions. Yeah. Star is yeah, colon is cons. I remember reading that. I'm just not like, you know, still getting used to it. You're solving some lints. Yeah, that's fair. On your Rust project you've been working on? Very cool. Let's see. I mean, it's great syntax, to be honest. Like the constructor and the destructure is basically the same syntax. You guys feeling that? It's pretty easy once you actually just understand it, right? Yep. So like this function right here is you're getting odd, you're getting even, and you're getting the rest of your list. And then this is just putting even onto evenly positioned elms, since that's just cons. And then, it's putting even onto the result of calling evenly positioned elms on the rest of your list. That's what I was trying to say. Mirror Hearse, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's how that works. Okay. And then you have evenly positioned elms odd equals that, and evenly positioned elms this equals that. Right. That makes sense. So this is just pattern matching on a list of one element, and this is pattern matching on a list of no elements. Yes. Okay. Okay. I'm understanding. This will be really helpful for getting into Haskell too. It's not that different for pattern matching and OCaml. Yeah, totally. Property tests for the win. Yeah. You just got to write your own, Vivax. We all know that's the answer. You just write your own. Dependencies are a skill issue, right? Okay. So instead of cur max, obviously all I need is this. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you have the time, might as well. My print T. Okay, sweet. So we have add parts, we have E, we have cur max. I don't think it'll have any problem with the nested destructuring if I understand, if it's similar to other MLs, and most destructuring like this allows you to keep going several levels. Add parts E cur max. Okay, since this is tuple destructuring, we don't have to define anything else. We can just define our actual logic now. Hey Scottish, what's up, man? We're just about to end, but you know, welcome. I'll probably keep playing with this on Discord tonight, I'm thinking. I think Nightshade's probably going to do some Erling, I would imagine. But I'll probably start earlier than usual. So if you're not on the Discord and you want to hang out with voice and stuff. Yeah, Nightshade's doing Erling. He's doing AOC 2015 in Erling. How did this paper get stuck under my mic mount? Oh no. Oh, I know how it happened. Okay, it's fine. If I swing my mic back around, I can get it back out. You're in a hotel 182 miles from home and sleeping on a floor? That sounds horrible, Scottish. What the hell? One day you'll get me writing Erlang? Probably. It's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun language, just watching it. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah. It's fun watching you write Erlang. Nightshade, that's for sure. Peak entertainment. Your brain hates recursion? Yeah. And it's all recursion, yeah. That's fair. I mean, I like recursion, but it is something that takes a while to get used to. The floor's more comfortable than the bed. Oh my gosh, what kind of cheap hotel did your work put you up in? I'm guessing it's a work thing. Okay. It's for a cyber competition, huh? Yeah, it's very true, Engineer. Skill issue, Nightshade. Just start writing recursive SQL queries. It's fine. Just do all those at work. Just do a bunch of recursion in SQL, and then it will just be second nature to you when you actually have to use, you know, like a programming language. There's no problems. Yeah, it'll be fine. All right. Yeah, it's all good. Don't worry about it. Okay. 352. I gotta end. I didn't get very far in this, as you know. I mean, no one's probably surprised that I didn't get that far. Let's just write out some notes. Oh my gosh, look at me writing out terrible notes. Okay, let's write out a comment of what we actually want to do here. We are going to add E until we get a blank string. Okay. And then that's a weird spacing. Should I add like a star? Is that what it's expecting? Okay, we'll just add another star for fun. And then compare against max. And I think that's pretty obvious what we're doing next. Return max at end. Yeah, pretty hard to tell, right? There we go, we solved it. Absolutely. Like, why even write the code if you already know how you're going to solve it? Doesn't even matter. Just kidding. Just kidding. Thanks so much for hanging out. I appreciate you all. It's solved. Absolutely. I just wrote some comments. Already solved. Thanks for hanging out and watching me struggle as always today with a 40-year-old language that just recently got a release in August. So, you know, yay for long maintained languages called SML. You had to watch with the volume off during a meeting. Rough. Yeah, I was calling you out earlier, Dylan. So, yeah, hopefully I can stay up a little bit. Like, I went to bed early last night. So, yeah, totally fair nightshade. So maybe I can stay up a little bit later tonight if the nurses let me. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the follows. Thanks Walker to the raid, even though he's out there writing Rails for money, as if that's worthwhile. And we'll be back on Friday. Sorry, forgot what day it was. I was thinking today was Friday. We'll be back on Friday. I haven't decided. I think we're going to go into Haskell. I think I did already decide. Unless I can find a way to fit in another stream, we're going to go into Haskell because I want 2 full days with Haskell, 2 full days with OCaml. Mostly because I think we could actually do some interesting things in web development. Standard ML is cool. I mean, it's cool to see where some of the syntax came from. I think it's helping me get back into the whole ML syntax and remember some of the main things. Yeah, you should tell Pick to be here. Sometimes he drops in, but you know, I'm not extremely entertaining, so you know, it probably doesn't work for his attention span. You know, I don't do cool transitions and stuff, so he probably loses interest too fast. But let's see. So yeah, Haskell should be Sunday, Monday. I might, like, I don't want to self-promote like in Prime's Discord. Yeah, I know. No, I mean, you can use Haskell, you just can't use Arch. That's the main thing. You can't use Arch and have a family. There is a self-promo channel and I put it there. What I was going to say is like we hang out in like an FP anarchy channel. It sounded like a political thing. I didn't mean political anarchy, but there's a whole anarchy thing in Prime's Discord. And I would be like, oh, yeah, I don't know. At first, I'm kind of like, hey, does anybody want to hang out in my stream and help me with Haskell? But I don't know. Probably I won't do that. I don't know. I don't want to come off as that guy. Hey, check out my stream, you know. But anyway, just had to talk that out loud in front of the entire internet real quick. But yeah, good times. Okay, who's streaming? Who can we raid? Anyway, we'll be back with Haskell and OCaml very soon. If you don't follow and you want to check all that stuff out, send a follow. If you want to hang out in Discord, I already posted the link. I'm not going to do it again because you should have just caught that, all right? If you want to watch VODs, if you want to watch some VODs on YouTube, then you can do that sort of thing. Is there anybody writing Haskell or OCaml? I have time to, well, I'm pretending I have time to do this raid. Haskell. I just want to say that I added the standard ML tag to Discord today. So I think I have done, I'm sorry, to Twitch. I think I have several Twitch first langs between standard ML and the lists that I did. So nobody's doing OCaml or Haskell. Unbelievable. Who are these people? All right. Let's see. I guess Purple Elf just raided me, which was very nice of her. Maybe we should raid her back. That sounds good. We'll do that. Raid, a purple elf. Yeah, well, we're going to solve that in Disney. We're going to solve that right now. Okay, let me actually load the stream because I'm so good at raiding people and then forgetting to join their stream, and then I'm late after they've already asked me questions, and then I completely forget what's happening. Please don't use Go. I don't think you have to worry about that with me. That is usually not a concern that I'm going to use Go. All right, let's see. Thanks so much for hanging out. We'll see you on the raid. We'll see you Friday. Peace.